Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is a blue-collar wine show where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. As promised, I'm going to do a budget-friendly Pinot Noir episode. I didn't feel bad, but I did the Mercelet Pinot Noir, and it was $32, recommended in one of the whites, and I thought, well, why don't I do budget-friendly since Pinot Noir is probably the #1 selling red during this holiday of Thanksgiving. We sell a lot of Pinot Noir. So I have 3 Pinot Noir here that are under $15, and they're the 3 Pinot Noir that I recommend the most in that price range. So I thought it'd be fun to try. It's been a while since I've tried these, so let's get started right off the bat. By the way, just a quick shout out to Christy Jacoby. Christy, thank you. She said, you know what I like to have for Thanksgiving in whites is Viognier, and that's a very good call. I didn't include it in my white lineup. Might do it next year. It's funny because we're just talking about how Viognier is such a good matchup for Thanksgiving. I mean, you have Viognier, you have Roussanne, Marsanne blends. All those things are all good for Thanksgiving. Just as a little tip if you're looking for something else. And you can get some really nice Viognier for, very inexpensive. So that's good. But let's get started right off the bat with the 2020. Interesting to try this because 20 was a fire year in Oregon. They had a lot of fires there. This is a 2020 Pinot Noir Christopher Michael, and it rolls in at $12. So an Oregon Pinot for $12. I'm really interested to see how this turns out, considering all the fires they had down there in 2020. So, that's right. I have to find a place to dump these. Excuse me, guys. I don't have my dump bucket with me. I'm going to grab a glass here. I'm still here. Sorry, guys. Usually I have them sitting right there. Let me just give that a dump. Got to give it a little rinse, just in case there's something in the glass. That's why I do that. Okay. Christopher Michael 2020 Pinot Noir. As you would expect, very, very light in color. You can see through it. Yes, you can. So it's a reddish color that you can see through. Let's see what we get on the nose. Well, that's good. No smoke on the nose. They might have picked early before they got affected by the smoke. I get cherries, a little root beer, which is very common in Oregon Pinot Noir. A little tea element coming through, which I like. Also getting a touch of Asian spice. Very cool. Now we're talking $12 here, guys. Let's see what we get on the palate. Very thin. Could be my imagination because I know 2020 was a smokier. Maybe just a touch, but nothing much. Very, very lightweight. This reminds me of a Beaujolais Nouveau without the carbonic maceration. A little underripe cherry fruit coming through along with regular cherry fruit. So a little ripe, underripe cherries blended together. Extremely light. The root beer hits slightly on the mid palate into the finish. It has good consistency across the palate. It's just a super light Pinot Noir. Remember, it's $12. So if you like Burgundian style Pinot Noir, you're going to like this one. I know I said in my last episode that I'd like to recommend California Pinot because they have a little more guts to them. But this is very light, tasty little Pinot Noir for $12. I'm just going to go down that road. I like the root beer comes through a little bit. The Asian spice, not so much on the palate. Very simple, very delicious little Pinot Noir. Wow. I totally missed. So I used the big bucket. Ooh, made a little mess. Anyway, I'm going to go C+. I think it's a good Pinot for $12. It's above average. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not, there's not a lot going on, but enough for those who like Burgundian style Pinot Noir. Let's move on. This is the 2020 Jacques Bourguignon Pinot Noir Vin de France. So it's a table in the table wine category. This rolls in at $13. Again, it's been a while since I've had this one. Let's see if I can hit the glass. There we go. Like I said, these are wines that I recommend all the time. Christopher Michael, I might, have to explain to them. In the past vintages, it's been a little bit better. They probably picked it early because of the smoke. That's what I'm guessing. This is a little darker than the Christopher Michael. You can't see through it as easily. I can see my hand. So it's fairly light, reddish purple. There we go. Let's see what we get on those. This has a little like burnt match on the nose, but not freshly burnt match. Like you just walked in after somebody did it maybe 10 minutes ago. A little earthiness coming through, little dark cherries. I get a little, just a hint of cinnamon as well. Let's see what we get on the palate. Little black tea and green tea action on this one. Smooth up front. You get the cherry fruit with that little black and green tea at the backside. This is also lightweight, which you'd expect from one. Actually has a little more fruit to it than the Christopher Michael. Get a little earthiness, which I like. Little dirt action, but it's not dirty. Just that essence of earth coming through. Good balance. Not super complex at all. It's $13, so you don't expect it to be. It's nice when you can find one. I really like it when you find a complex one. I even get a little leather action on the back of the finish, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm going to go C+ as well on that one. It's above average, but not past that. I think it's a very doable Pinot Noir for that price. I know we sell a lot of it. People like it. It seems in my past memory that it was a little bit more fruit forward than this, but I like this a little better than the past that I've tasted. So this is another, again, you have this real Burgundian style Pinot Noir for under $15. And again, these would work really well with the Thanksgiving meal. Now, this is the one I can hardly keep on the floor. This is the 2020, again, Pavette Pinot Noir, California. This rolls in at $10. So why are you doing that one last day? Well, it's from California. So I'm really curious. I'm really excited to try this. Not just curious, but excited because we sell so much of it. People come back for more of it. And it's been a while since I've tried this one. So we have 2 C+, under 15 bucks. That's not bad. Am I showing any of these labels or I'm just cruising right along? Let me show you the labels. I think I did. Christopher Michael, $12. We call this Jackie B Pinot Noir, $13. And now we're on to the Pavette Pinot Noir for $10. Sorry, I just got off work, guys. I got the jacket on, well, the vest, because it's cold out here in the studio. This is the time of year where it gets cold. And so, sorry about that. I apologize. I kind of got excited about this episode because I wanted to do it before Thanksgiving shopping really kicked its heels, which is when this is going up. So again, this is a little darker than either one, but I still can see my hand through the wine, so that's good. That's what you expect out of a Pinot Noir. There you go. All right, let's see what we get on the nose. Wow, this has like a baking spice, Asian spicing on the nose. And a little red flower and cherry on the nose as well. The cinnamon seems to be sneaking out in this one, which I really like. I love cinnamon in my wine. I always like cinnamon, the smell of cinnamon. There you go. So, aromatically, not super aromatic, but very interesting on the nose. Let's see what we get on the palate. Okay, this has a little bark cherry, a little bark action coming through. The baking spices hit on the back end. I can see why this wine does so well. It is very tasty. It's like, you know, getting up there in the delicious category, probably like a 9 or a 10. What I like about it is there's nothing fake. It has no makeup. This is like Pinot Noir from California not on steroids. Sans the steroids. It's just a really nice tasting Pinot Noir. Good balance, good acidity, nice fruit, but balanced. And I like that. I can see why people like this. So I think this would make a great Thanksgiving wine because it has a little more fruit, but that's up to you. I just sold some wine today to somebody. She said she bought a cab. She said, I want to buy this cab. That's what I'm having for Thanksgiving. And, you know, of course, like I said, it's your holiday. It's your money. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just here to give suggestions. And if you want them, you want them. If you don't, you don't, you know. But I think this is a really nice Pinot Noir for the money. It would not bother somebody who likes Burgundian style Pinot Noir because it's not super heavy. But at the same time, it has good balance. That's very tasty. Very tasty. For lack of a better term. Pinot Noir. It's balanced. Has good acidity, fruit. I'm glad I tried it. Now I know why it's flying out the door. Even getting a little, now the fruit comes through on the backside, but I'm getting a little black tea element with that. And the red flowers come out right at the back of the finish, which is really cool. I'm going to go B-B on that one. I think for $10, guys. This is a steal. So all these Pinots would work good with the Thanksgiving meal. Christopher Michael, you know, maybe a little light for some of you, but I think they're all really, you know, C+ Pinot Noir and a B-B Pinot Noir under $15. That's not too shabby. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I'm not going to put out another episode until after Thanksgiving. I think it'll be another celebrity wine episode, which is kind of fun to see what these celebrities are doing with their labels. So I hope you have a good time with your family. Hope you find some great wines to enjoy with your meal. In fact, make some comments on what you plan on drinking for Thanksgiving so other viewers can read your ideas. Christy Jacoby said Viognier. I think that's a great call, Christy. Thanks for making that comment. Anybody else want to comment on what you plan on having with your Thanksgiving dinner? Thanks for taking a little time out of your day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.